Hello guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we're just going to cover what I believe is the three best bank accounts, best online bank accounts within the UK at the moment. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate a like, and if you're not subscribed, that would be awesome. I'm going to try and release a video every week, and then top that individual video up with the best savings accounts and the best credit cards to keep you updated with what products are best on the market. I'm going to, again, just jump straight into this video. Like I said, this is based on the three best online bank accounts that I believe are in the UK at the moment. The first one is Monzo. I've personally been using this for about 5 years now. I've made sure that my salary goes into it, all my direct debits, etc., are all connected to my Monzo account now. The application itself is by far the most flawless and easy to use application of any bank account that I've ever used. I find the high street bank accounts are a little bit more basic, whereas this gives you the ability to move your money around in ways that most high street banks don't allow you to. So what I've personally found best with Monzo is the way that you can organize your money into pots. You can set direct debits to come out of specific pots, which is just a lot more manageable for dealing with your money, knowing how much you've got to spend, putting things aside for specific bills or holidays or other things that you may be saving. So I'm just going to quickly go through the personal account here. So this is basically the generic bank account. The nice thing here is it's obviously got an instant access savings pot of 3.5%, which for most bank accounts, that's about as good as it gets in regards to a UK bank with the appropriate protection. As you can obviously see here, the budgeting is shows you how much you're spending throughout the month. And it has the ability to, you're able to invest money as well. It's not quite as complex as the sort of Vanguard or whatever you want to call it, stocks and shares or cash ISAs, but it has three options available where you can sort of select between a careful, a balanced, or a sort of adventurous approach. Each one having a different risk tolerance. But it's definitely a sort of good opener to people who haven't invested before. It allows you to sort of at least dip your feet in the water and see how it works and see how it goes. Now, yeah, like I said, with the bills, you do get notifications, or you can at least set notifications to enable your phone to pop up saying that a direct debit's coming out in the next couple of days or tomorrow or whatever, which sort of gives you just a nice heads up that money will be going out. I find that normally with other high street banks, direct debits just go out without you being aware, which can potentially put you into an overdraft if you haven't got sufficient money into your account. So even just these little basic things that I believe most banks should have really do make a change in how you manage your money. In regards to spending abroad, again, no overseas fees. So you can just basically pay with your card whenever you go away. I went to Turkey a while back and just used my card for absolutely everything. And I did double check a few times about the exchange fees, and they were exactly the same as or better than what any high street sort of currency exchange would offer. So yeah, it's a regulated bank. So it has the FSCS protection, which is now up to £120,000 per person. So you're going to be protected, providing you've got less than that money in your account. I've had to deal with the customer support once, and to be fair, it's all online, almost like a chat. But you do actually chat with real people after you've initially got through the bot, and the support is absolutely incredible. They get back to you straight away. You can have an instant message chat with them, so you can sort of air your issues or whatever, and they can arrange to sort your problems out pretty much in real time. Whereas other bank accounts, you may have to go into the branch or sit on the phone for a long time, and a lot of the time doesn't really get you get you very far. The other thing which is quite nice is the fact that you can get paid 1 day early. So if your salary is going into your account on a monthly basis, it does give you the ability to request your salary 1 day early. That's not from your employer, that is from Monzo itself. So they essentially give you essentially an advance on it, that you don't have to pay anything to get it. Like I said, 1 day early, so that's quite nice. Like I said, you can sort your salary out. The other thing is there is a option every month to enter a draw to double your pay. Now, kind of cool. I've never won it, but it's always possible. And on other Monzo plans, you do have the ability again to double your pay. I think twice, and it will. There's a lot more options and chance to for them to pay your bills as well. It's essentially just like a sort of competition that enables you to potentially win some money, which is kind of cool. I think this one has the best Trustpilot score out there, so you can't go wrong really. It's incredible. It's the customer support's good. The app is absolutely flawless. Like I said, I've used it for the last sort of 5 years now. It's easy to set up, and yeah, highly recommend opening a Monzo account if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description below to the Monzo website. I might add my referral link if you do see this video, and if you would like to open a Monzo account, I'd really appreciate if you did use the referral link, but obviously that's not necessary. But yeah, so that's the first one we are looking at, and that's the first and best one, I believe, is out there. The second one is Starling, so very similar to Monzo. It's an online account. It has a very good, again, intuitive app. Everything's on there that you may need. You have the ability to create savings account, create joint accounts, and you can also, if you've got children, you can manage their account within your account, which is quite nice. Again, you can move money into pots and budget it as and how you feel is necessary. There's also what they call is the bill manager, so you can separate money aside into different pots. So you essentially got your bills covered at the start or the end of the month, without having to worry about going into your potential overdraft. Similar to Monzo as well, no fees again, so you can freely spend on your card without having to incur any sort of additional fees on a currency exchange, which is nice. Now, one thing that Starling has that Monzo doesn't, at least Monzo doesn't on their free plan, is virtual cards. Starling has virtual cards on their free account, which, to be fair, is quite nice. It's definitely a perk to getting Starling over Monzo. So essentially, a virtual card is like a normal debit card, but you can create it on the spot. So if you pay for it, the card is available to you straight away, but then it will essentially never be used again once you've used it. So if you were to theoretically buy something off a website that you weren't 100% sort of convinced they'll handle your information appropriately, obviously first and foremost you really shouldn't be buying it off that website, but if there is some sort of need to do that, then obviously a virtual card is highly advised. Most people, or a lot of people at least, use virtual cards for everything anyway, because it is somewhat safer, because the details, if they were to get leaked, the card number, sort code, account number, just the card number and the security number, if they were to get leaked, doesn't matter. The card is in no use after the purchase. So it's certainly a very good safety tip if you were to be buying things. I'd highly recommend using a virtual card, because it will protect your actual proper card from any sort of scams or any fraud. So that's probably why I'd recommend the Starling over the Monzo, is predominantly for the virtual cards. If you do value that level of security on purchases that you may be making, then I'd personally go with Starling. Obviously Monzo is the number one, but yeah, they both give you different sort of perks and benefits. The third one is the Revolut bank account. Now, Revolut's a little bit different to Monzo and Starling, in the sense that it's sort of a global company. anyone can use Revolut, is my understanding. So it's not specifically for the UK only, but it does give you a sort of a lot of options to move your money around in ways that Monzo and Starling don't. There's so first and foremost, there's a sort of crypto onboarding scheme if that's what you're interested in. So you can actually buy cryptocurrency through Revolut, which is a little bit different to Monzo and Starling in the sense that there is a lot more sort of risk involved. But if that is your sort of thing, then it's quite good to get a sort of good understanding and sort of a good first impression of how to onboard onto cryptocurrencies if you're interested. I believe, yeah, they offer 300 tokens and fees from 0%. Obviously, from is the key word there. So obviously, if you do get Revolut and you are interested in potentially investing in cryptocurrency, then look at the fees. Certain tokens give you different types of fees, and also dependent on how much money you invest. There is also quite a nice investment scheme when it comes to stocks. You can actually invest quite nicely into sort of the general stock market and specific stocks in general. Some of those being Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia. So it is quite a sort of easy to grasp concept. Invest in if you're not sort of quite on the sort of understanding of the complexities of it, which is very valuable for people just trying to begin their investment journey, which obviously I do personally believe that some money, if you have got savings, should go into investments for the long term. So obviously Revolut is a nice sort of onboarding bank account. It allows you to get an understanding of the stock market, and probably, if I'm being honest, one of the easiest to understand and use without getting into the complexities of other apps and other platforms. Now, as far as the bank account goes, it's quite a generic bank account, similar to the Monzo and Starling. Obviously, you can deposit your salary, withdraw money, you can withdraw cash, etc. You can move money around and you can budget your money as well. There is a instant savings account, which I believe for the free account is 4%, so it is slightly higher than the Monzo account. But obviously I don't believe there's as much protection if something were to go wrong with Revolut as it would Monzo. However, Revolut is, like I said, a global company. It's got millions and millions of customers, and they've been going on for years and years and years. So I don't foresee any issues with Revolut as a company themselves. Okay, so that's the three bank accounts that I would recommend if you're looking at getting into specifically like online bank account as opposed to your typical high street bank accounts. I do believe that these are the future, and I do believe that these are far, far, far superior and more advanced nowadays than any sort of high street bank account or high street bank accounts application. So I would highly recommend looking into potentially getting one of these accounts if you haven't. It just makes managing money significantly easier. So thank you for watching, and if there is any questions you would like to ask or any other videos that you would like to see, please leave a comment in the post. Really appreciate if you would leave a like or a comment in the post as well. That would be really, really appreciated. And stay tuned, stay subscribed, and keep an eye out for the next video. Thanks guys, take care, have a great day.